Hey YouTube, it's PRFinest here, and today we're going to go over what I consider to be the best center build in the NBA 2K26. Full disclosure, this is a post-scoring center, and it's more for a 5v5. It's not a big, bulky, dominant 1v1 center. It's a 5v5 center. You could do threes as well. I've done threes with this. But it's mainly 5v5, and it's mainly for rec. So that's the game mode I play the most. So, and I use this. I have a lot of fun with this. It's probably my favorite build, honestly, right now. So without further ado, we're gonna go. I already have it pre-made here, but we're just gonna go over the steps. And we're gonna just speak about what each column, each attribute gives, and what we try to achieve with the badges. So let's go into it. Starting off with close shot. So we have 92 close shot, which gives us float game, Hall of Fame, hook specialist on gold, and paint prodigy on gold. On this build, we're not really going to be post hooking as much. You can, and it's still viable. I still post hook, but it's not our bread and butter as it would have been in our in a 7-4 build. Like I have a 7-4 build with legend hook specialist, and I post hook all the time with it. But this one you can if it's someone your size or below, and you can time it. That's basically it. And if you have the hot zones in there, that's even better. But the bread and butter here is the float game on Hall of Fame. So you could do a +1, put it to legend with the hot zones. Sometimes even lethals. If you do lethals in your mid-range area, your green window is going to be crazy. The reason being is the paint prodigy. We could do a +4 cap breakers here to get it a Hall of Fame. Paint prodigy combined with float game, your green window is going to be insane. That applies to hook specialist as well. Your green window is going to be pretty big compared. Then we're going to go into driving layup. The reason it's 76 right now, what I did is I had a extra cap breaker laying around, so I put it on driving layup. And it went from 76 to 80 just to give us physical finisher. You don't need it. I got 80 because I like the Jokic floater. For the most part, we're going to use Giannis's layup packages. The floater, we're going to use Bam Adebayo. That's why we have 76, just to be able to unlock that. But anyways, speaking of Giannis, 73 dunk is to give us Giannis and Amari Stoudemire. Gives us bronze posterizer. I noticed that anything below 73, you're more prone to more layups. 73 unlocks posterizer, which kind of makes you dunk more. Sounds weird, sounds a little crazy, but yeah. And then it's a tier 2 badge, so you could +1, +2 it. Some games I think I have it at gold, so gold posterizer. Again, I wouldn't recommend you trying to dunk on anyone because you don't have like 90 dunking. But gold posterizer, most of your dunks are gonna be on a pick and roll or post spinning. Those are gonna be most of your driving dunks. You're not really gonna be ISOing or anything like that. Next we have 90 standing dunk. So I have different centers with different standing dunk ratings. I have one with 72, I have one with 81, and I have one with 90. So I noticed that in the beginning, I wasn't too happy with Rise Up, but after learning how to properly drop step in this game, and then getting into the dead zone and getting the opponent into a certain spot, standing dunk was viable. So 90 standing dunk works perfect. If you have a +5 cap breaker, add it, get it to Hall of Fame. I run this on Hall of Fame most of the time. Gold is just fine though. Then this right here, this is basically what we want on this build. We do a cap breaker +5, get it to 99, so we can get post up poet on legend. Post up poet on legend allows us to post spin, post dive a lot more effectively. So, and then in this game, not that many people, and as you can see with my build as well, not that many people have high interior. You're rarely gonna run into someone who has like over 90 interior defense. And I think that's kind of what you would need to combat this. Not that many people face post scorers, but when a post scorer goes off on you, there's not much you can do. So you could double, triple, which I do get doubled and triple constantly. So yeah, so going back to this, This gives us post support on legend, unpluckable on gold, which helps against those annoying guards trying to strip us. You can't get post up powerhouse any higher because it's tied to strength. But we'll get to that when we get to the strength part. Mid range 80. 80 is all you need. You know, if you can go up to 84, you could add cap breakers, I guess, but you don't need it. Post fade phenom is on gold is what we really need. 3-pointer. So 80, you get one cap breaker. And I did shooting specialist specialization. So that one cap breaker takes me from 80 to 84, which gives us bronze limitless. You could get by without it. I have a center with 78 threes. You can get by without it. But bronze limitless, it helps when you're running a pick and roll, pick and pop with your point guard, and the pass takes you a little further than what you want in the three. Bronze specialist helps you more often than not hit those deeper shots that you normally wouldn't take. So, and then you can +1/+2 it to silver or gold. I do that sometimes depending on how I want to play that day. Some days I want to play as a post scorer. Some days I'm okay with picking and popping, picking and rolling. It's versatile. That's why I really like this build. 71 free throws. I could hit them. I got KD as my free throws. I've had KD free throws on my bigs for a long time now, so I'm used to it. 82 passing. So this one, I have centers with 76 passing. I have centers with 95 passing. I feel like 87 is the sweet spot. And starting off at 82, I use a cap breaker, takes me to 84 just to get the versatile visionary. I think versatile visionary is the most important badge in this group because with 95 passing, I still throw the ball away just as much as this build, or even my 76 passing. Like the amount of times I throw the ball away with 95 passing is crazy. It's like it makes it not worth it just because of how many times I throw it away. But yeah, so ball handle on this one. I have centers with 65, 70 ball handle, and then I have this with no ball handle because in this one, I'm not really an ISO center. I'm more of a post-up center, so I don't really need ball handle on this one. That's why I didn't really bother with it. Interior defense, 70. I know it's not high, but I have centers with high interior defense and high blocking, and that doesn't matter, bro. I get dunked on crazy. So, you know, this is the lowest you can go while still being somewhat effective. You're not going to be standing in the paint anyways. Most of your blocks are going to come from a chase down position. It's rare with all this, with how many centers could shoot this game. You're not going to be just standing in the paint and just protecting it. Honestly, like it doesn't work like that. You're going to be more of a rotating center, even in rec. I didn't really have enough. Like you can't have everything in this build, so I didn't really have enough to put in perimeter. I rely more on IQ and position. So, you know, if I'm helping my point guard in the pick and roll, I know when I'm supposed to hedge, not hedge, drop, switch, play sides, etc. So it doesn't matter as much. Steals, same thing. It's 29, but I come up with like 1 or 2 steals a game just by just timing it properly. If you spam it, you're gonna be extremely out of position. It's not. I wouldn't recommend spamming steals. Just time it properly. You're gonna get a couple steals. 84 block. You could do a cap breaker on blocks and vert and to get the high fly dinner on gold. But I just use my +1 to get on gold. It works. I like it. Paint Patroller. That's the one I use. Paint Patroller really affects the dunking meter, so I would +1 it, +2 it sometimes, just depending on how things go. And yeah, I think this is just fine. If you go less than this, good luck. I've seen some people go higher interior, 74 block, which is fine. Like I guess like interior defense matters in a sense, but Paint Patroller is kind of like what kind of affects the meter. But again, you're gonna get dunked on regardless. I have a 99 block center. I get dunked on regardless. But yeah, let's move on to the next one. 94 offensive rebound, 85 defensive rebound. I have some centers with 99 defensive, 80 something offensive. And the reason I went 94 offensive, we're going to add +5 to make it 99, is because as a post scorer, you're close to the basket. If you miss, you want to get your own rebound most of the time. So it makes sense. Also, offensive rebound costs less than the defensive rebound. It's not something crazy, but if I was to flip it, this will stop at offensive rebounds will stop at 83. That's 2 points right there, just off this alone. So offensive rebound for me makes more sense. 85, I did it just to get the threshold. There's some centers I've had where the rebounding is 78, something like that. I didn't get the rebounding animation while having 99, obviously. I didn't get the rebound animation on the defensive side of it or offensive side of it. So 85 is a safe number. Let's go on to physicals. 67, 57, you don't really get too much. You start getting something like 60, you get the Chet Holmgren. So with this, I just use Bobo or Joel Embiid. Motion style, that was pretty good. I can't complain. Strength, 86 with the potential of 91, right? 86 strength is kind of all you need. Honestly, I would have just went capped 86, but if I lower the weight, I wouldn't be able to get 99 rebounding. So the reason it's 248 is just so I could get 99 offensive rebound. I doubt I'll put +5 on the strength. I just, it's my last focus. Like, if Post Powerhouse was 91 strength, I would have done it. That would have been the second thing I did, probably third thing. But it's 95 strength. 95 strength costs too much. It's not worth it. It's not worth all the speed you're losing. So, and then the brick walls I give, they're pretty good too. So it's not really needed to go to 91. And most of the centers you face aren't higher than 86 anyways. You rarely face any centers with 90 strength. And rebounding is entitled to strength. So vertical 77, I just did this for the pogo stick. You can obviously go 80 and then put +4 here for the high fly denier. But you don't really need to. This is just how to maximize your points distribution to go all in on offense. So you can shoot, you can post fade, and then you're going to be dominant inside. You could maybe take out some passing, put it here, maybe we get 94 close shot to get you some legend badges. And then +5 it. I've done that on my 6'4". I got 99 and 99. It's fun. You're unstoppable inside, but 82, you put one cap breaker, 84. It helps. It helps with the break starter. Your teammates are gonna love you, but you could tweak it however you want. This is how I did it. And then I'm just gonna show you guys some gameplay just so that you guys can see how dominant this can be. And it's pretty fun, man. I love playing as a post scorer. I've been playing as a post scorer since NBA 2K18. Every year I make different builds. I have a point guard build. I have shooting guards. I have centers. But my bread and butter is centers, and it's post scoring, especially. So, just thank you for watching, and I'm just put some gameplay footage for you guys. Thank you.